Hello everyone, myself Deepak from Amtech Automobile Powertrain Branch, and I am here to do one new one, Royal Enfield Thunderbird 350X. And as the name itself suggests, says that it's royal, and hence comfort level and the thing which it provides was ubiquitous. And it was started in the year 1955 in India and at Chennai. And that was the most, and this was the most prestigious one by that time, and mostly in 2000s. And it was liked by all the gender across the age. It was almost most familiar one throughout the India during the 1960s to 70s, 80s during those times. And it has only one model bullet during that time, and now it has multiple models. It was like by all because of its look and the riding comfortness and the adventure it gives. While riding in Royal Enfield, we can feel that we are as we are sitting in an horse and riding. And we will now look into the technical specifications of the bike. And the team which I have chosen was the 350X 2019 model for the review. Let's move on to the technical specifications. The engine type was a single cylinder 4-stroke twin spark engine, and it has a cc of 346, which will be rounded off to 350 cc. And the power which was generated is 20.07 PS at 5050 rotations per minute. The torque generated is 28 Newton meter at 4000 RPM. Cooling system, generally the bikes should be having air cooled. And the drive type is chain drive, and it is having the kick and the self start. The major thing is that the kick was the only one which was provided during the early ones of the bullets, which I said in 1950s to 1980s and 90s. After that, only the self-start system was installed by the Royal Enfield. The fuel supply was through the carburetor. Transmission is by manually, and it is having 5-speed gearbox. And the compression ratio is 8.5:1. The emission type is BS4. And the previous models of the Royal Enfield will not be having any, what to say, that will not be showing the amount of fuel which was inside the fuel tank, which we have to remember roughly. While putting and while filling the fuel tank, I will be putting 3 liters and 4 liters. And if it comes to the reserve, and we will not be knowing the exact amount of fuel there. And in this model, which was overcome, and everything was provided digitally, and we can easily check the fuel amount by the indicator. Fuel indicator will be there. And as per the norms of the India, the ABS is made compulsory after when the engine capacity displacement is over 150 cc, and it is having dual channel ABS, and there is no mobile connectivity. The speedometer is analog, the tachometer is analog, the odometer and the trip meter is made digital, and it is having a fuel gauge which is analog. The power switch is there, and the passenger footrest is there. The mileage, this was the major concern regarding the Royal Enfield. Um, Actually, the thing is that the 42 was given under a certain condition when we are riding. That's the company will be providing. But while we are riding in city conditions, and mileage will definitely be of less than this. It will be around 30 to 40, depending on the user and the maintenance which we are doing. The coming to the suspension, chassis is a single down. And the body type, this is an cruiser bike. It can be used for making a long trip. That's this major specialty of this bike. We can even go from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. The front suspension with telescopic forks. The rear suspension is twin gas charge and shock absorbers with 5-step adjustable wheel, and it is very comfortable. Since I have been using this bike, I can make this point. Dimensions, the length is 2040 mm, which is generally higher in the case of Royal Enfield bikes. Width is 830 mm, the height is 1140 mm, the fuel capacity is 20 liters. The ground clearance is 135 millimeters. The wheel base is 1350 millimeters. The ground clearance until now, according to my experience, it is very enough amount. The 135 mm, that is the 135 mm is more than enough to make road conditions facilities. The curb weight is 197 kgs, which is equivalent of the 90% tank filled with fuel. Coming to the electrical part, which is the most important part, since it has been providing a large number of things which we have been using. There are many parts in the vehicle that needs current supply to function. Battery was the one which was providing power supply throughout the bike, which is an attached battery. In this case, it was provided as 12 volt and 8 amps battery. And in the running condition, the battery will be charged with alternators. And you would have seen that when battery is in bad condition, it will not be supplying power to the electrical motor. But when the engine is on, when the engine is in on condition, the alternator will be supplying the power, and the horns, the electric load should be working when the engine is in on and in the vehicle is in running condition. Since the battery has been drained out, but the alternator will be providing a charge, temporary charge, which can be used from the battery for the electrical loads. That's the major point here. On the entire system uses an 12 volt DC supply, and the battery is in DC one. The electrical loads which was used was the headlamps, which will be there, which is using 12 volt and the 55 volts. The horns 12 volt 2.5 amps. The short run motor, which is 12 volt and 0.7 kilowatt. The instrument cluster, digital cluster with LCD panel. The turn signal 12 volt, switch off on the indicators, which was LED, position indicators, LED ones, low fuel indicator, LED ones, and the ABS indicator, which is an LED, 12 volt, and the high beam indicator. Generation is through an alternator which I have said. The battery is 12 volt and 8 amps. And regarding the spark plug, a spark plug is also an electrical device, but which won't be using the voltage supplied by the battery directly. The voltage supplied by the battery is 12 volt, but the spark plug requires much more than. Actually, it requires nearly 20,000 volt for starting up the engine. Let us see about the spark plug. A spark plug is an electrical device that fits into the cylinder head of some internal combustion engines and ignites compressed aerosol gasoline by means of an electric spark. Spark plugs have an insulated center electrode, which is connected by heavily insulated wire to an ignition coil or magnetic circuit on the outside. Internal combustion engines can be divided into spark plug engines, which require spark to begin combustion, and the CA engines, which is diesel engines, which compresses the air and then inject diesel fuel into the heated compressed air mixture. It auto ignites. These two type of engines were the most commonly used throughout the world, which is SA and the CA engines. And the SA engines, as the name says, the spark ignited one, which is ignited by this spark plug. And these are the electrical specifications on the general specifications we have seen in this one.